It is now my distinct honor and pleasure to welcome you all today and to introduce a truly remarkable public servant, educator, and advocate, Representative Robin Bartleman. Robin Bartleman has dedicated her life to service, equity, and education. With a career that began in the classrooms of Liberty City, she brought compassion, leadership to her role as a special education teacher and assistant principal. Her commitment to children with disabilities and unserved communities laid the foundation for a public life defined by advocacy and impact. She served for 16 years on the Broward County School Board, where she championed student success, safety, and access. In 2020, she was elected to the Florida House of Representatives, representing District 103, and has since become a powerful voice for bipartisan progress. Her legislative achievements include Serena's Law, Mia's Law, and the Kid Care expansion, all of which reflect her deep commitment to protecting families, renters, students, and our environment. Robin is not just a policymaker, she's a problem solver. She has brought millions of dollars back to our community, worked across the aisle to pass 12 pieces of legislation, and continues to fight for affordable health care, safe schools, and responsive government. Robin has been very supportive of our community and was instrumental in getting recognition for the Valley by passing a proclamation in the Florida House and other efforts. Robin welcomes volunteers from the community, including students from middle and high school, to work with her, giving them valuable experience in public service. Anyone interested can reach out to her office. Today, we welcome a leader who listens, a legislator who acts, and a woman whose career is a testament to the power of empathy, education, and civic engagement. Please join me in giving a warm round of applause to Representative Robin Bartleman.
She's doing an amazing job, isn't she? I am so happy to be here and be welcomed into your community. In case you don't know where District 103 is, it's West Miramar, West Pines, West Southwest Ranches, West Davie, and all of Weston. And I know a lot of my neighbors are in the audience here today. I am so happy to be here. Happy Diwali! This is the Festival of Lights. I want to share something very special. For the first time in Florida's history, 2 weeks ago, we actually celebrated Diwali in the Capitol in Tallahassee. The first time ever that Diwali has been acknowledged and that we have celebrated it. The senators and the representatives came out. We had a festival. We had great food. Your food was definitely better today. I will not tell the people of Tampa that, but it was wonderful. So I was asked to speak to the young ladies here today, since this is about women's empowerment. And so I wanted to talk to the young ladies a little bit about my journey. First of all, I'm going to be able to acknowledge a lot of these young ladies and young men shortly for getting an award. And before, I don't know if I'm going to have an opportunity to congratulate them, but to every student who's being honored here today, congratulations to each and every one of you. Can we give all the students a hand, please? So, for the young ladies in the room, as you go through life, you're going to encounter many hurdles and many obstacles. I'm not going to sugarcoat this speech. I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be smooth sailing. I'm not going to tell you that everything is always going to go your way. But as Elizabeth Cady Stanton once said, the best protection any woman can have is her courage. I was primarily raised by a single mother. And I was actually the first in my family to go to college and actually graduate college. I had to start working at 13 to help support my family. And by 16, I was going to school all day, and working at Winn-Dixie at night to help pay for food, clothing, and things I needed for school. But I knew that I wanted more. My counselor and debate teacher told me, and I know we have a lot of teachers in the audience today, and I'm a testament to the power of a great teacher. They told me, Robin, have you thought about going to college? Have you thought about, taking your SAT? Those things never crossed my mind because I was living day to day. But because of those great teachers, I saved my money. I signed up for an SAT course. I know there are many of you taking your SAT right now, and you know how difficult that was. I took 2 Metro buses to get to that SAT class. And believe it or not, I got a great score. I got into all of the universities here in Florida, and thanks to a retired group of teachers. This was a group of women teachers in Miami-Dade County. They gave me a scholarship so that I could actually go to college. That changed the trajectory of my life. Women surrounding me, women believing in me, and a great public school education. So my dream was to become a special education teacher, then a principal, and then one day I wanted to be the superintendent in charge of special education. But there were plenty of twists and turns and a few more roadblocks, but I always found my way around them. The most important thing on my journey was that I wanted financial independence. I wanted to be able to take care of myself, have a roof over my head, and not have to depend on anyone for money. Ladies, did you know that it was only in 1974, that's only 50 years ago, that you were able to get your own bank account, credit card, or mortgage? Before 1974 in the state of Florida, in the United States, women had to have their husband co-sign on the mortgage. Just think about that. That's in my lifetime. That's crazy when you think about that. What I learned is that I was going to take advantage of every opportunity that was presented to me. I started saving. I'm actually the one who paid for my husband to go to graduate school. And I'm the one who had that down payment for my first house. And I was so proud. But then something happened. I told you nothing goes smoothly. All my money was in my house. And for the Weston people, you know where Bonefish Grill is. So I live in Emerald Estates right behind there. And they were going to put trucks and warehouses in that plaza right behind my house. I was frustrated, angry, upset. I was 26 years old. I had put all my money into the house, and I went to go see those commissioners. First of all, they looked at me like I was a kid. They dismissed me, a 26-year-old woman sitting in front of them. They didn't respect me, they didn't care what I had to say, and I got very upset. There was one commissioner that said to me, Robin, if you want to do something, you're just going to have to run for office. And I thought, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it, because I'm going to be in charge of my own destiny. So I decided to run. I went and picked up that paperwork. And when I started running, I actually had women in the community saying, what kind of mother are you? How are you running for office? You have a brand new baby. Why are you doing this? You should be taking care of your family. This job isn't for you. And I remember knocking on an older woman's door, and she told me, women don't belong in a city commission. I couldn't believe these people and what they thought. But I didn't get discouraged. I knocked on over 6,000 doors, and in 2000, I was the first woman and the youngest elected official in the county elected to the Weston City Commission. You cannot let those voices in your head bother you. Do you know that it's only in 1920 that women got the right to vote? Think about that. That's just 100 years ago. The most important thing you can do as an American is engage in the political process, vote every election, get involved in your community. I don't know if you're aware, but there's a Hindu political action committee in your community that I am very active in. Get involved in politics. Shape your own destiny. I share this story because women are not always treated as equals. And even today, we still haven't been able to break that glass ceiling. We still don't have equal pay. The Paycheck Fairness Act was first introduced in 1997, 2009, 2014, and in 2021. And it has failed every single time. So young ladies in the audience, it's going to be your job. You're the next generation to get that act passed. Can you do it? You ready? Don't get discouraged. Be empowered. As Nora Ephron once said, above all, you need to be the heroine of your own life, not the victim. Today, women, we make up half the workforce in the United States. We have the power to shape our destinies as long as we lift each other up instead of competing with each other. And as long as we silence the naysayers. And the most important thing you need to do is silence that voice in your head when it tells you you can't do it. I remember coming home when I was campaigning each night and hearing that voice in my head, you're a bad mother, you should be home, you shouldn't be doing this. But I found the courage to ignore it. And I proved that woman the woman whose door I knocked on, wrong. I proved it time and again. And as a state representative, I have now passed 15 laws addressing issues like domestic violence, education, and public safety. I use my platform to make sure my daughters and you have the opportunity to thrive, have equal rights, feel safe. When you walk out of this auditorium today, I want you to pay attention to the tree in the front. That tree is for Mia Marcono, a young woman who went to Flanagan High School and was murdered in college. I passed Mia's law to protect women and ensure that they're safe in every single environment. That law was for her, her family, and for everyone who has a daughter. So now I'm here, and I find that it turns out I wasn't such a bad mother campaigning and working and knocking on doors. My daughters are adults now, and they're my biggest cheerleaders. But they've seen me. They've seen me come home in tears. They've seen me elated. They've gone on this journey with me. And they know that you can overcome every obstacle with a little hard work, and as long as you always believe in yourself. Young ladies, the future is yours. As you grow into young adults, it's your turn to fight for others. It's going to be your turn to lift women up and to always silence the voices that say you can't, including the ones in your head. The future is yours. Go out and claim it. Thank you.